Commander Zarketh discovered the trap 3 weeks after Captain Vorn abandoned Meridian Station. By then, 17 colony worlds had fallen dark. The human had walked away from a winnable fight. Zarketh's tactical analysts confirmed it. Vorn commanded 4,000 troops, fortified positions, orbital support. The Krell assault force numbered barely 3,000, stretched thin across hostile terrain. Victory was inevitable for the humans. Yet Vorn ordered full evacuation, loaded every civilian onto transports, pulled his entire garrison, left Meridian Station intact, operational, undefended. The Krell High Command celebrated. They broadcast Vorn's retreat across occupied space, proof that humanity could be broken, that their legendary resolve was myth. Zarketh claimed Meridian Station without firing a shot. Now Zarketh stood in the station's command center, staring at 17 dead colony worlds on the tactical display, claws trembling against the console, as he finally understood what Vorn had done. 3 weeks earlier, Captain Vorn had watched the Krell fleet drop from hyperspace. 43 warships, more than intelligence predicted. His tactical officer ran the numbers twice. "We can hold them, sir. Maybe 2 weeks before reinforcements arrive. Casualties will be heavy, but the station's defensible." Vorn studied the display, the glow casting shadows across his weathered face. Meridian Station sat at the junction of 7 trade routes. Losing it meant losing supply lines to 14 colonies. Strategic disaster. But holding it meant something else entirely. Civilian count? Vorn asked. 42,000, sir. Mostly families. The evacuation shuttles can move 8,000 per run. We need 6 trips, 36 hours minimum. The Krell will be in firing range in 18. His bridge crew waited. The ventilation system hummed in the silence. Tactical manuals said fight. Strategic doctrine said hold. Meridian Station was worth 1,000 soldiers. Vorn looked at the civilian sectors on his display. 42,000 people who trusted humanity to protect them. Children sleeping in their quarters. Families who'd built lives here, believing the uniform he wore meant something. He thought of his own daughter, safe on Earth. What would he want another commander? To choose if she were here? Begin immediate evacuation. All personnel, all civilians. Strip the station of anything portable. Silence. "Sir, my sister lives on Colony 7. His tactical officer's voice cracked. "If we abandon Meridian, the Krell will take the entire sector, her world included." Vorn's jaw tightened. "I know what this costs, Lieutenant. Begin evacuation." "That's an order." As the last transport lifted off, Vorn stood alone in the command center. His executive officer, Lieutenant Drake, refused to leave without him. "They'll call this cowardice, sir." Vorn accessed the station's core systems. His fingers steadied despite the countdown timer, flashing red overhead. 17 hours until Krell arrival. He entered commands that would take weeks to discover. The Krell think they're taking a strategic asset. He initiated a deep system protocol, buried in the station's infrastructure. They're wrong. What did you just do? Turn Meridian into the most valuable intelligence hub in Krell space. Communications routed through here will be copied and transmitted to fleet intelligence. Ships that dock will have systems compromised. Supply manifests, troop movements, strategic discussions in this command center, all of it. Drake's eyes widened. They'll use it as their regional headquarters. Because it's intact. Because we left it operational. Because they think they won. Vorn headed toward the last shuttle, the station's lights dimming behind him. On emergency power. In 2 weeks, they'll route their occupation fleet through Meridian's logistics network. In 3 weeks, we'll know their positions, supply lines, weaknesses across their entire front. And the colonies they'll take while we wait? Vorn stopped. The weight of it pressed against his chest. 14 colonies. Hundreds of thousands of lives under Krell occupation. His tactical officer's sister among them. "We save 42,000 today." His voice hardened. "We save millions when we take it all back." Now, 3 weeks later, Zarketh finally saw it. His orders. Fleet movements. Strategic discussions began. All transmitted directly to human intelligence. The 17 colonies that went dark? Deliberate. Human forces had evacuated them silently, leaving the Krell to occupy empty worlds while their real fleets repositioned. Supply lines Zarketh established through Meridian? Compromised. Humanity knew where his ships would be for the next 6 months. The victory broadcast the Krell sent across occupied space. They'd revealed their entire command structure. The Krell had won 17 battles, but they'd lost the war 3 weeks ago, the moment Vorn walked away. Zarketh pulled up security footage from 3 weeks ago. They watched Vorn's final moments in this command center, watched him enter those commands. The human had stood exactly where Zarketh stood now, and he'd been smiling. Zarketh's calm erupted. 43 human warships dropping from hyperspace. The same number the Krell had brought to Meridian. But these weren't here to defend. They were here to reclaim. And they knew exactly where his ships were positioned. Captain Vorn's voice came across all channels, and Zarketh heard something in it he hadn't expected. Not triumph, but relief. Meridian Station, this is Captain Vorn. Thank you for keeping my command center warm. We'll take it from here. The tactical display lit up. 42,000 voices erupted across the comm channels as evacuated civilians watched their home come back to life. Zarketh heard children cheering, heard families crying, heard Vorn's tactical officer whisper, "Colony 7 is free." Zarketh understood then. Vorn hadn't surrendered the battlefield. He'd weaponized it. The Krell had won 17 battles in 3 weeks. But the war? Vorn had won that the day. He smiled and walked away.